I love to find succinct demonstrations or speeches depicting and revealing plain and powerful truths about the state of affairs in this world. And I don't care where those truths are found. Truth will always be truth, even if it's not popular, even if it spills out of a polluted well, even if no one believes it. And a lie will always be a lie, even if everyone believes it. Deep understanding, not just cursory head knowledge, is how we'll change our world for the better. This particular truth comes to us today from Disney's Pixar movie, A Bug's Life. And it articulates the truth of our current political, economic, systemic problem with those who call themselves our rulers and our current relationship with those rulers as it correlates to the power we all somehow believe they have over us.
But there was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Now, you gotta know by now that that is exactly how our overlords view us. We're expendable, puny, insignificant beings here to serve the purposes of the ruling elite. So the king grasshopper picks up this piece of grain, stating that it represents a puny little ant, and throws it at one of his commanding soldiers, and then another one at another soldier. After they have a good laugh at just how insignificant each piece of grain was, the king grasshopper brings the whole silo down on his chuckling soldiers. After they get buried by a mountain of grain, the king grasshopper steps on the mound and says what every so-called ruler in every government chamber in every country might as well just come out and admit. And that is this:
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
This statement might as well be said by the IRS, the CIA, or the DEA.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Guys, there are around 76,000 IRS employees and roughly around 1 million full-time cops. And that ratio is around 1,000 to 1. Politicians make the immoral laws and cops carry them out. So laws are the written opinions of politicians and cops are merely the opinion enforcers. And most of those opinions are unjust and often cruel. But who has more power? Who has more strength? Who has greater numbers? We do.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
The rulers know they're outnumbered, and the only thing that keeps us from living peaceful and harmonious lives, free from every looming tyranny of power-tripping politicians and their obedient badge-wearing, order-following enforcers, is our lack of unity. And that lack of unity is based on this false belief that there are people out there who have the right to rule us and take our stuff. And that is what keeps the shackles on our feet, the gag over our mouths, and the blinders on our eyes. Nobody has the right to rule you and take your stuff. Nobody has a higher claim over your life and property than you. Samuel Adams said, "It is not the majority who will prevail, but the irate and tireless minority who are keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men." Governments and the government-controlled media has a supreme objective: keep the masses deceived, divided, and distracted. Give them bread and circuses, and they shall never revolt.
You piece of dirt. No, I'm wrong. You're lower than dirt. You're an ant.
Together we stand, divided we fall is not a cliche. It's a truism. And like it or not, the ruling class, even though they don't come out and say it, view us as the servant class.
Let this be a lesson to all you ants. Ideas are very dangerous things. You are mindless, soil-shoving losers, put on this earth to serve us.
But here's the kicker. The thing that makes this whole deception work is the fact that we view ourselves as the servant class as well. The collective actually believes that certain people have the right to rule over others and everyone else has the moral obligation to obey those rulers. What would happen if we all just stopped believing that nonsense?
Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us.
Don't!
We're a lot stronger than you say we are.
Don't!
And you know it, don't you?
Yeah, they know it, and they exploit our weaknesses by playing on our emotions and desires. The social engineers have used government and mainstream media to fashion our mental chains so that our own minds will keep us in bondage.
Hopper, I hate to interrupt, but, you ants stay back!
Let's be honest, we're all sick of having our money stolen from us through taxation. We're tired of our money being used to start the next war or kill more babies. We're sick of the IRS, the FBI, the DEA, the failed drug war, our families going to jail for victimless crimes. We're tired of cops harassing and collecting instead of serving and protecting. What if just 10 to 20% of us stood up and stood together against all forms of tyranny? What if every time one of us was unjustly stopped by a cop, we could tap an app on our phones and immediately dispatch 20 or 30 people with cameras to intervene and record the event live? Can you even imagine what we could do or the strides we could make to unite using the power of the internet? If you guys have any thoughts or suggestions about this, leave them for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, thanks for watching. I create at least one new video every day. If you get something out of this content and you want to be alerted when I upload new material, subscribe to High Impact Vlogs, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Because the specter of censorship and termination looms over channels like mine, be sure to subscribe to my free private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. And if you think it's worth helping the cause of truth here on this channel, you can support my work on Patreon or PayPal, or you can grab a hard-hitting shirt from the most politically incorrect shirt store on the planet. There are over 100 kick-ass designs, and I'm adding new ones every week. All these links are in the description and in the pinned comment. Remember, don't just believe anything and keep questioning everything. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored video.